Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV Job and Class Quests. Last time we finished off the Paladin, and the Stormblood quests were really good. The Shadowbringer quest, not so much. It felt very small to me. It was cute, do not get me wrong. I love the comedic duo of, Milla and Aldous, who is actually hanging around in the Gladiators Guild now. That's a nice little touch. But we're all done with those, which means it's back to the wheel for me. Oh joy. More and more, I'm a little concerned I'm gonna actually hit a class that, I don't have fully leveled up. Come on, big bucks, no whammies, no whammies. I can do that one. Back to being a humble archer as opposed to being a bard. Thank goodness I am exactly the correct level to do this. As with Paladin and Lancer / Dragoon, the minimum level to do all the job quests is 80. So thankfully I am 80. Perfect.
Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Archers Guild. It is here that archers the realm over gather to master the bow. We engage the enemy from a distance, ever seeking to alter the course of battle with a single well-placed arrow.
God, if I remember correctly, this lady's long-winded.
If you have a mind to become an archer, then you have come to the right place. Do you wish to join our ranks?
I do.
Marvelous. Then allow me to enlighten you on the history of both our art and the guild.
I could do without the history lesson, though.
The bow is an ancient tool that has existed since before our fair nation came into being. As an implement of war and hunting both, it protects us from our enemies, even as it keeps us fed and clothed. Archery as practiced in Gridonia was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elysian, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Miqo'te. As you would doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Though the two peoples began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another, their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art that is known today. But this wouldn't have been possible were it not for the Trappers League. The guild was established in order to promote sustainable hunting and cooperation within the hunting fraternity at large.
Good lord. I thought she was long-winded. She's freaking verbose. Oh my goodness. I need a water break, hang on.
As a happy coincidence of this union, the guild's members came to engage in friendly contests of skill.
Just need like a little gif of my character here just falling asleep on his feet.
Inspired by such competitions, a handful of their number began to focus on perfection as opposed to mere practicality, transforming a skill into what may be termed an art. These individuals would go on to form a guild of their own. The Archers Guild, where men and women gather to attain mastery over the bow. More than a few members of the God's Quiver loosed their first arrow within these very halls. And that, my friend, is a brief history of archery in Gridonia. Doubtless you are more eager than ever to take up the bow. It would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster. You must receive her permission if you are to join us. If you would excuse me a moment, I shall see to it that the relevant lists are amended. Please speak to me again in a short while.
Sorry, I fell asleep there for the last 20 minutes. Good night. Damn lady, you don't want to shut up.
So, are you resolved to join the Archers Guild?
Yes, give me my frickin' first quest.
The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It would be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Lucienne. Lest you worry unduly, Lucienne is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. Lucienne awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her, and impress upon her your desire to join the guild.
Profess upon her my desire to never talk to that character again. She will not shut up. It does not help that I actually had to repeat this section due to a graphical glitch that I was dealing with. Ugh.
Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucienne, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to...
What is that noise? Oh, it must be the archers off screen. I can't see them.
Allow me to explain the basics of our art and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg, or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield, and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness. With the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide.
I still think it might take more than one for most fights. These little ones early on, though. Yeah, one arrow will definitely suffice.
To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey?
Yep-er-do. I will indeed dedicate myself to archery. Yeah, okay. It's her drawing the bow is what I'm hearing.
That is well. From this moment forth, you may consider yourself one of our number. Now, lend me your hunting log, if you would. I shall add to it the names of such creatures as would provide a fitting challenge to an archer. And to help you on your way, I bestow upon you this short bow. Arm yourself with your new weapon, and then speak to me again. I would have you undertake a tryout to gauge your fitness to join the guild.
Alright. That took a lot longer than it should have. Archer unlocked. Alright, I'm an archer. Big surprise. Level 1, my first. That's interesting. I don't remember this having to do the level 1 my first quest for the gladiator. Maybe they changed that.
Ah, yes. The bow becomes you, Dekumon. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and fundgars that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In so doing, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. It goes without saying that you must do so using your bow. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. Go now, Dekumon, and earn your place within these halls.
I'm gonna make a mangle out of these. Well, that was trivially easy. Now back to base. All right, I'm back. I've dramatically thinned the population of the small fry enemies around here.
Welcome back, Dekumon. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You have proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with pleasure that I name you an Archer of the Guild. As fellows of the path, let us together strive for greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek out the experiences you need to grow as an archer. By way of a first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique. Loose arrow after arrow, paying close attention to form, until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural to you as drawing breath, and the world seems clear when viewed down the shaft of an arrow, return to me. Go well, my young apprentice.
The next Archer quest is available upon reaching level 5. Well, thankfully, I'm already there, ma'am. A matter of perspective.
Good day to you, Dekumon. I felt that it was about time you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, Dekumon, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with the bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail, lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek them out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you've completed the task, return to me and we will continue.
Destroy 6 targets throughout Gridania. This is a rather interesting little challenge because this is one of the only times that you ever really get to do any sort of fighting within town, even if it's just sort of like a fake fight within town. The tricky part with this might simply be the fact that there are just too many players around. Are not going to make it difficult to actually select the things that you want to hit. Not to mention, you know, the sheer number of bodies just seems to clog up the area. Ah, there's the next one. Ah, there it is, hiding low. There's the last one. Boop, all done. There we are, got them all.
Ah, You have returned. I trust you have begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly.
Trust the crucial importance of being able to pick out targets in a crowd. You training me to be an archer or an assassin?
The next trial will test your prowess of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud, and there put down 8 Miqo'te and 8 Opo-Opos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, Miqo'te and Opo-Opos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different matter. This time, you will need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that Miqo'te produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while Opo-Opos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Also, you really should avoid getting hit by their ranged attacks. I'm not letting you back in here if you smell like Opo-Opo poo. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing of your success, Dekumon.
8 of each? Wow, that's not a small number, ma'am. Luckily, she was not wrong about the numbers of these guys. These frickin' things are everywhere. I do not need all these damn bitch swarms popping up, though. These guys are irritating. Not scary, just irritating. Is that the last one? Yes, good. Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back, young Dekumon. Tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use?
I was able to put Quick Knock to good use, but I'm not supposed to have that at this level.
When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is a wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be not more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, one may bring down one's foe with greater ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time.
Or just overwhelm them with my level difference, that works too.
On the assumption that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Leih, Silver, what is your honest evaluation? Not bad if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow, and is enthusiastic besides. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Leih Alipo.
I saw that nod.
And this is my 2nd year at the guild. It's quite plain that you have talent with the bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for the duration of your trial, but not once did you notice my presence.
That's because you weren't actually there.
Mind your surroundings.
That is rich coming from you. I figured it'd be a cocky Ellison.
Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked, and your elbows misaligned. It takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say that plain, Lucien. This man is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake, and his, we should revoke his membership immediately.
Jeez, man, I'm only level 5.
As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand, never mind master our noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach his like.
Sheesh.
Well, allow me to introduce you to Silver, our comrade at the butts. The fellow was once one of the gods quiver, you see, and can be a bit opinionated when it comes to archery. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Ellison like him at the best of times. With them it's always 12s with this, and elementals that, and... no offense intended, Lucien. None taken, Leah. I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess, and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same subject, ever will they see different things. There is no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adopt.
Yeah, getting myself tongue-tied here.
You are possessed of bright eyes, Dekumon. Eyes that bespeak great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust to them, and to what they see. go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when next we meet.
Oh wow, that was a weird transition there, game. That was very weird. Alright, next up, training with Leih.
It pleases me to see how you have grown as an archer. Plainly you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I will now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Leih Aleppo, your senior in the guild. I have given you over to her care for the lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids.
Oh, I get to hang out with Leih. Okay.
I've been expecting you, Dekumon. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the Bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you'll need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you've realized this by now, but there's no guarantee of safety within the Twelveswood. As you such, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter.
Whew! Too many female voices.
Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuers.
Lady, if anything comes after me in this area, I'm just going to obliterate it.
The targets are hidden in the central shroud. As before, use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go well, Dekumon.
Alright, back to Central Shroud. Hold on, I think I see one already. Hold on. Right idea, wrong action. There we are. Oh, there's the other one. Damn it. There's number 3, and that takes care of the first circle. I see 2 of them right down here. It's 4. There's 5. And there's number 6. As soon as I get in range. Oop. Got them all. Ah, there you are, Leih. Got all the targets.
Well, you made short work of those targets, I must say. It seems you've learned to seek your prey without being preyed upon. Let's continue then. I've a mind to give you more practical experience, and we've received a request just recently which I think will provide the perfect opportunity. It seems tree slugs and vultures have been congregating in ever-increasing numbers in the vicinity of the honey yard, causing no end of trouble for the locals. We've been tasked with culling the beasts. This request comes direct from Stillgate Fane. When the wood whalers and the God's Quiver cannot spare the forces to attend to such matters, the conjurers often turn to us to help. And before you ask, there's good reason why they would rather not see this particular task to themselves. The creatures in question possess abilities which can cause problems for the magically inclined. Well, but that's quite enough about conjurer's troubles. Lucian taught you how to discern an enemy's key traits, did she not? Well, now you'll need to do so while maintaining situational awareness, lest you be overrun. Consider this a comprehensive review of the lessons and by known. Your orders are as follows. Head out into the East Shroud, and there put down 8 tree slugs and 8 vultures, all using the skills you have acquired thus far. Good hunting, Dekumon.
8 and 8 again, really? Wow. Didn't have to do this much for the freaking Lancer. Alright, we got them all. It's not difficult, mind you. It's just, you pull a lot of extraneous enemies that you don't want to have to deal with when you're doing this stuff. Okay, Leih, we dealt with the bugs and the vultures, and yeah, I definitely have a stick drift issue.
Judging by your smug expression, I'd say you've acquired a feel for maneuvering to exploit enemy weaknesses whilst covering your own. Vultures will want to keep their opponents at wing's length, and their attacks will send you flying. The solution is simple. Maneuver to the rear. Tree slugs, on the other hand, have an annoying knack of disrupting spellcasting with their secretions. As such, you would do well to keep the creatures away from any mages in your party. Needless to say, good positioning is the key to success in battle, which is why it is absolutely essential that you know your target's traits. The knowing of these traits is a fundamental part of hunting. Before the Keepers of the Moon conceived of archery, they dwelt not in the city, but the forest. For my people, hunting was a way of life. In hindsight, I suppose this was more a lesson on hunting than on archery. Still, Lucienne knows well my past. Mayhaps that was her intent. Hunting, too, is an art. Before I came to Gridania, I never gave it much thought. But the more I think of home, the more I began to realize... sorry, forgive me. I'm not given to fits of sentiment, truly. Forget I said anything. But do not forget that a hunter must recognize her prey's weakness and strike swiftly when the opportunity presents itself. That concludes the lesson. Now, I suggest you pay Lucienne a visit. She's doubtless eager to hear from you.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
It is good to see you, Dekumon. I hope you have learned much from Leih.
Oh, great. Smartass again. You, adventurer, is it true? Are you the one who slew the tree slugs and vultures? Acknowledge that you slew the creatures? Yes! I'm the one that did it. How dare she entrust the security of our people to the hands of a stranger? I knew Miqo'te were reckless, but she's downright irresponsible. Shame on her. Did I not warn you that it was folly to suffer that woman's presence in our guild, Lucienne? Every time she wastes an arrow on game, she drags our noble art back into the darkness. Aye, and this boy too. He's an embarrassment to us all. That is quite enough, Silver. Your skill with the bow is undeniable, as is your love for our nation. Yet there is much and more you have yet to learn about archery. Dekumon has matured greatly in the short time that he has been with us. You know this to be true. I suggest you come to terms with Dekumon's presence here. You will be giving him his next lesson after all. Unless, of course, you have any objections. Good. As for you, Dekumon, I would have you devote yourself wholly to training ahead of your lesson with Silver. Suffice it to say, he will not be an easy instructor to impress. Okay. On that, we can agree. Oh, I imagine this is going to be fun. Dealing with this pain in the ass. Violators will be shot. Welcome back, Dekumon. I trust you've been keeping your nose to the grindstone. As I mentioned when last we spoke, you will train under Silver's tutelage today. Put aside your misgivings and avail yourself of his wealth of experience. Go now, present yourself before him. Must I? This guy's gonna be a thorn in my ass. I see it was too much hope that you would not return. The others believe that you have potential, but I am not so easily convinced. Like so many adventurers, you have not the faintest inkling of what it means to be an archer. And how could you? Archery is the proud tradition of the Wildwood Ellison. The essence of this art, to read one's enemy, has been instilled in us over I wouldn't say generations, but it's centuries. In that time, we have defended this great nation against every imaginable foe, granting us insight which you will never possess. Can you recognize the subtle signs that betray coming action? No. Can you accurately predict an opponent's movement? No. Can you glean your foe's intention at a glance? No. And can such things be learned by one who knows nothing about traditions? No. It is only out of respect for Lucienne that I have agreed to teach you. Go to the East Shroud and seek out the targets hidden there, but do not presume this will be as easy as before. As I told you, the ability to read one's enemies is fundamental to archery, yet the trials set by my colleagues do not require you to do this. Mine will. The targets you seek have been hidden, and I do mean hidden, in the midst of a region rife with savage beasts. They will play the part of your enemies. In the unlikely event that you spy a target, your limited range will necessitate that you slip past its bestial gardens prior to taking aim. A feat I consider beyond you. Was that a frown? Mayhap you are thinking that the Miqo'te set you a similar task? You are wrong. She asked merely that you consider where your foes are. I demand that you discern precisely where they will be. How then will you go about this? Observe them closely and discern their characteristics. Learn to read their movements and recognize patterns in their behavior. If it has eyes, let it not see you. If it has ears, let it not hear you. Be neither where it is nor where it means to be, and thereby pass unnoticed. But enough talk. Whether or not you heed my counsel is your decision. I will shed no tears should you fail and die out there. Sheesh! This guy's full of himself. There's one target. Boop. And there's another target. A boop. There's a third target. Just gotta get closer. So here's the fun thing about this. Even if I were at level, most of the enemies around here are blue, as in not aggressive. As in I can just walk among them peacefully. The vultures, yeah, they get a little salty if you get too close to them, but that's okay. I just have to be greatly higher than their level, and they just are more than happy to ignore me. Boom, all done. Easy enough, Silvar. All right, bitch, I'm back and I got your targets.
So, you have returned. A passable performance for an adventurer, but the bare minimum for any archer. I carry with me generations of Wildwood tradition, a tradition built upon the bones of the many outsiders who tried to take what is ours. It was my ancestors who first learned to conceal their presence and fight from the shadows, to hold the enemy at distance to protect the weak. All of it, everything was... This is a waste of time. You cannot understand. But if you're so intent upon following in the footsteps of my people, I bid you to go to the North Shroud. Ixali scouts have been sighted near the river west of Etet's Spire, and unless you are entirely ignorant of Gridonian history, I need not explain that this act of aggression is part of a centuries-old conflict. The minions do not matter. It is their leader, Nerul Catalan the Violator, who must fall. He commands the scouts and will be well guarded, yet he stands upon hostile ground, with birdmen and not walls for protection. If you are diligent and determined, you can slip through their defenses and slay their leader. This is the art of the Gridonian archer. Embrace the wisdom I have bestowed upon you, and the fight will be short. If you see the deed done, adventurer, I will take it as proof of your commitment to us, and labor no more to drive you from the guild. Now, go.
I reiterate, is this the Archers Guild or the Assassins Guild? Oh, cute, this is the duty calls. Lovely. Well, I suppose we were due for one. Alright, now where are you? Not that way. Oh, we've got a lot of enemies around here. I assume that's the point of this, is they want you to actually try and do a wee bit of the stealth, which is pretty easy, you just run across the edge here. And not in that pack. Okay, there he is, Nesu Catalan the Violator. Really do kind of feel like an assassin just trying to sneak up on the guy. What's up, bitch? Oh, I got an assist. I gotta deal with the small fry here. There we go. And that takes care of that. Boop. Problem solved. That was easy enough. Alright, are you happy now, Silver?
Even now, I struggle to credit the Sentry's report. Yet here you are, and Nezu Catan the Violator is no more. That's a goddamned adventurer should be so... Only by the grace of Nimia herself could you have survived. But even though it was pure luck, I will keep my word. Dekumon, should you stay or should you go, I cannot. You've completed the task and are no longer my responsibility. Go now to Lucienne. She would doubtless wish to lavish you with praise. Oh, you'll get no more from me. Off with you!
Cold shoulder, that's all that is.
I am given to understand that you single-handedly drove off an Ixali scouting party, and that you did so with precision and guile. Oh, how exactly was that training, Lucienne? Decumon's just an adventurer. Silver thrust him into the jaws of the enemy in the hope that he wouldn't come back. And when, against all expectation, he did come back, that stubborn ass still refused to acknowledge his skill. Is that truly your impression? Well, yes. He said it was pure luck. Mere noise. Silver sees Decumon's skill, of that I have no doubt. Did you not mark the way he covered his mouth when he uttered the words? It is a habit of his to do so on those occasions when his tongue and his heart are in disagreement. For all his skill at reading the idiosyncrasies of others, he has yet to recognize his own. Impressive work, Dekumon. You have applied yourself to Leih and Silver's lessons and demonstrated your command of the core concepts. You are now an archer in your own right. Allow me to teach you something to commemorate this accomplishment. Repelling shot is an advanced technique that enables an archer to evade attacks whilst continuing to fire upon his opponent. Used wisely, it can grant yourself a brief respite in the high heat of battle. I have faith that, with regular practice, you will learn how best to employ it to your advantage. Remember your senior's lessons as you strive for true mastery.
Yeah, we don't like to talk about repelling shot. This thing's only good for one thing. Throwing yourself backwards into pits. seriously, if you are close enough that you need repelling shot, you are probably not in the right position to begin with. To catch a poacher.
You come at a good time, Dekumon. I have a task for you. A petition has arrived from the proprietor of Buscaran's Druthers, out in the South Shroud. The petitioner, Buscaran himself, has requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. I would have the three of you meet with him and investigate his claims. The three of us? You mean Dekumon, myself, and...
It would be better if I went alone, Lucian. The Miqo'te and the other one will only encumber me.
No, Sylvar, you will go as three. Also, it is past time you recognize Dekumon as a fellow archer.
I will not. I have held my tongue on the matter of his continued presence here, but I will bend no further.
Who in the seven hells do you think you are? Bo Lord Lewin? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a quiverman anymore.
That may be, but I have shed blood defending our borders, unlike you, savage.
Savage? Oh, you know nothing about me, you bigoted son of a... Enough. But one more word, and you shall have cause to regret your petulance. The three of you will go to Buscaran's Druthers in the South Shroud. Now, out of my sight!
Oh dear. The children are squabbling. Ah, Buscaran, you and I have had a lot of quests together. And every time your voice changes, mostly because every time I try and do the gravelly voice, it just kind of hurts my throat, but why not? Ah, you lost speed from the Archers Guild. Welcome, friends. Now, as your guildmaster will have said, I put in a request for some keen-eyed archers to help me track down a gang of poachers that have been plaguing these parts.
If I may, it is not uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither the God's Quiver nor the Wood Wheelers deemed them worthy of attention. Why then did you imagine them worthy of ours?
Because these ain't no common poachers. The Poacher gang. He knows that name. They say she and hers are always moving, staying one step ahead, but I reckon she's hiding out there somewhere. Thing is, I can't just send my people out searching. I made a pact with the Red Belly bandits, see? We stay out of their territory, and they don't make no trouble at the Druthers. And that being so, if I summon the massed ranks of the Whalers and the Quivermen, all seven hells would swiftly break loose. Assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention at all, of course. Needless to say, that's not an option. As luck would have it though, I've got three keen-eyed archers to take care of things instead. And all without raising no alarm, like.
We understand. You may leave the matter to us. Leih, Dekumon, split up and scour the area for any sign of the poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings ere long. Go.
Interesting, I'm finding more nods in this quest than we've seen in some of the others. Hello, hold on. Ah, I see something right off the bat. There's an empty mead bottle over here. That's a clear sign someone's been around. Come on. Come on, you can do it, game. All that and no notification, no note at all. Just boom, mead bottle. There's number 2, Poacher's Arrow. Guessing number 3 is further up this way. Yeah, that'll do it. A leg trap right at the very edge of the area. Thank you. Oh, there you are.
An eyed leg trap and a poacher's arrow. These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that will help us find power. And these mead bottles are old refuse from before the Druthers was even built. They have no connection to the gang. What do you know of this power woman, Sylvar? I know that she is the most infamous poacher ever to walk the Twelveswood. A born leader, deadly with the bow, she formed her own gang of Miqo'te hunters. She was apprehended once and would have been brought to justice had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her before vanishing without a trace.
Let me guess. That was you.
Oh, is that so? In any case, we've scoured the area and found nothing. How do we know that this power was ever even here? I say we inform the God's Quiver and the Wood Wheelers, taking care not to implicate Buscaran, and leave the rest to them. This doesn't concern the Archers Guild. It concerns Gridania, Leih. Bahamut is a savage and utterly amoral poacher whose actions, however indirectly, threaten the city's well-being. But what would a vagrant like you know of a duty to one's homeland?
No more than he I respect.
How dare you! And you, Dekumon, say something!
Now's not the time for this. I say nothing. Really wish something was an option right there. It would have been beautiful. You see, even he knows it to be true. His silence speaks volumes.
Damn it, Dekumon, say something!
Fine. Now's not the time for this. Come on. Very well. We will return to the matter at hand. Perhaps we should take a second look at the clues we have gathered.
Look all you want. Though the trap and the arrow we found suggest poaching, there's nothing remotely unusual about them. What do you think we should examine, Dekumon?
I want to check the mead bottles. Why are you still carrying that rubbish? I told you these bottles predate the Druthers. They have no connection with this matter.
But if these bottles are so old, why do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently.
See? Wait, before the Calamity, Boscaran once served as a sentry. Yet even then he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern. And it was an open secret that he was brewing his own private stock. If some survived... Of course! Boscaran's Scar, his own lookout post! It may not be poor Majuk, but we must investigate at once. Well, another duty calls. That's surprising. Alright, lay it on me. At least it's far better than just shooting targets. Honestly, those first few quests sucked. Any signs? Well?
Look, the ground is covered in Miqo'te footprints. These tracks are fresh, very fresh. I'd wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled, else they'd be hiding near... Oh crap.
Yep, nearby.
Take cover! Eh? And there I was thinking we caught ourselves some of them meddling bloody masqueraders. Not that I'm complaining. Hiding your face is downright bloody rude when you ain't been introduced.
Oh, she's interesting looking.
Speaking of ill manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking?
Oh, that's a lot of people. You will lecture us on manners? Truly, I have heard it all. They have us outnumbered. We had best split up.
The lead is mine. I'll try to isolate her from the litter. Sylvain, Dekumon, the rest I leave to you two.
As you will. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of people I gotta deal with. Hang on. This is why we have AoE attacks. Scare her. There's a lot of y'all here. Hunter. Oh, I did not see you there. That's on me. I did not know you were there. Got another group coming. Hang on. Priority is healer. There we are. Hold on, missed one. And yeah, I know I could be poisoning them. What's the point? They're so weak. Oh, and we're all done. Was that the last of them? Have you seen Aleppo? Come with me, Dekumon. Damn! She's a good shot.
Tisk. That was a piss-poor showing, sister. And you call yourselves a keeper? A hunter with no fangs ain't nothing but prey. No!
Silver? Or was that my shot? Oh, Silver.
Oh, bugger. Looks like playtime's over. Be seeing you, sister.
Oof. That's gonna hit her confidence hard. Well, Baskaran, we drove off your poachers. 7 hells, they were at my old post, and they drank my old mead? That stinks most of all. Well, 'tis past time the proper authorities were informed. I'll send messengers to the Wood Whalers and God's Quiver. The Red Belly Bandits won't like it one bit, but I'll see they're told exactly who the military's after. And I hope it'll be enough. Course Power Mujuk's no fool. Now she knows she's been spotted, she'll break camp and be long gone by the time the next bell sounds. And the trail won't stay fresh long neither. Anyway, you done me a great kindness, friends. Tell Luciana I appreciate the help. Yeah, I figured that's where we were headed. And these archer quests are long.
Welcome back, Dekumon. Silver tells me that you encountered Power Mujuk. No Gridanian could fail to recognize that name, so oft has it been spoken, and with such bitterness. I feel we lack the strength to face it ourselves. This is a matter for the God's Quiver and Wood Whalers. That you confronted her and survived is a testament to your growing mastery of her art. And I was surprised to note that Leih and Silver were not at loggerheads upon their return. I presume we owe this unnatural state of affairs to your calming influence? No? What is to the last? Truly your every deed bespeaks a clarity of vision far beyond your years. I implore you to share that perspective with your peers and help them to grow into better, wiser archers. As you go forth and temper your skills in battle, know that we always look forward to your return.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, ma'am. Next up, Homecoming. Oh dear.
Dekumon, I had hoped you would come. You may be able to help. I am concerned about Leih and Silver. They show signs of losing perspective and mayhap it is best you see for yourself. I cannot help but feel that both would benefit from your counsel. Consider this a personal request, Dekumon.
Okay.
Oh, gods, did Lucian send you to pester me by any chance? This is hardly her concern, and it is most definitely not yours. If you must know, I have decided to leave the guild. I mean to track down Power Mujuk and finish what we started. The God's Quiver and Wood Whalers seem content to ignore our warnings, but I will not let her escape again. I already made that mistake once, and it cost me my place in the God's Quiver.
Ha! I knew that was you were talking about.
Aye, the foolish young sentry of whom I once spoke. It was me. We had her, Dekumon. There was no escape, but then she began to wail about her wounded comrade, one who would surely die without her help. She looked me straight in the eye and begged. And I blinked. I failed to see through the most elementary of ruses. I failed Gridania and the God's Quiver, and while that can never be forgiven, mayhap I can reclaim a measure of honor by stopping her. But a wanderer like you would not understand what it means to betray your people. Worry not, I do not intend to leave just yet. I will continue to gather information until I am certain of Mujuk's whereabouts. Make no mistake though, it is only a matter of time. Now, run along, will you? Oh, and if you're so concerned about your fellow guildmates, you should attend to that moping Miqo'te. The sight of her shuffling around while staring at her feet is bad for morale. Not that it matters to me. Come on, Leah, snap out of it. Oh, it's you. Tell me, Dekumon, do you ever think about home? Do you ever wish you could go back? Mine was just another poor village in the Twelveswood. The fields were more stone than soil, and the merchants hardly ever bothered to visit. We didn't have a lot, but we didn't need it. And then the calamity came. I remember running, and the screams. It was so loud, Dekumon, so unbearably loud. And then I was here, in a strange city, surrounded by more people than I'd ever seen, and I didn't know any of them. But I knew how to hunt. I was always good at hunting, Dekumon, and the guild gave me a place to get better. At least I thought I'd gotten better. She, Power Mujuk, she was so much more. I've been thinking, Dekumon, that maybe this is a sign. Maybe Silver is right, and this guild, this city, is no place for an outsider like me. And so I've decided to leave. I'm glad to have known you, Dekumon, even if it was only for a short while. Forgive me if this is too selfish a request, but before I go, I would like to meet with you one last time. Alone, in the South Shroud. These Gridanians, they wouldn't understand.
Oh dear. I do not like where this is going. Alright, I'm here?
No! Don't hurt him!
Oh, you know her too, don't you?
Ah, and there I was, thinking you mightn't accept my kind invitation. I don't recall inviting him, though. 'Tis rude to presume, Sonny, and I do so hate rudeness. Wait, it's not his fault, it's mine. I invited him. He's a member of the Archers Guild like me, and he's not Gridanian. Ah, I do begin to recall his face. Ah, he knows how to hold a bow, that one. Well, he ain't the typical recruit, but I reckon I might be willing to make an exception. No, it's not like that. I wanted to say goodbye. Dekumon, ever since I met Power, I've been at a loss. But I realize now that my place isn't at the guild with the Gridanians. They'll never accept me. This is where I belong, with my people, carrying on our traditions, our archery, not Gridania's. It's all I have left, Dekumon. So I'm going with Power. Maybe you don't understand now, but just promise me you won't tell Lucienne or Sylvar.
As you wish. The hells I won't know. This is her choice. Just probably get out of Gridania in general, please.
Dekumon. Made your peace with your little friend, have ya? Right then, let's get on with it.
Shoot the bastard!
No! Ain't no love lost twixt within the guild, is there? Then what's the problem with feathering a bloody venturer? No bugger'll miss him. I'll miss him, all right? So just stop, please. Ah, dear me. And I had such high hopes for you, Miss Alipo. Waste of bloody time. A keeper would exhaust her nerves about as much use to me as a glass bow. But there's no sport in killing captured prey. Nah, I just better not see neither of you again, because if I do, I'll show you what happens to prey what's daft enough to get caught twice. Away, sisters, away!
Sorry. Sorry, Leih.
How do you do it, Dekumon? How do you live in this place? With these people?
I don't live here, to be honest.
And why do you even bother? What have they ever given you besides scorn? Well, what do you see in them, Dekumon? Even though you joined the guild after I did, you've come so far, so quickly. Maybe you even surpassed me. I have to know how you've done it. I have to know what it is that I'm doing wrong. And there's only one way I can think of to find out. Meet me at the Bannock.
The Bannock? Wow, another duty calls, really? Well, I guess we're gonna find something to do with these low-level quests.
Shall we begin, Dekumon?
Alright.
Then defend yourself. Show me what these people have taught you.
Leih wants an archery duel. Well, I can handle that. Alright, easy enough. Hold up, got strays here. Give her one of the good ones. These stupid falcons here. I have no meaningful skills to use. There we go. Sorry, Leih.
It's so simple. You've opened your eyes and looked beyond your master's faults. You've accepted their teachings and taken them to heart. Even Sylvar, for all his bigotry, wishes only to preserve his traditions. I lost sight of everyone else's struggles and became obsessed with my own. I was so afraid to let go of my cherished notion of archery, my family's notion, and learn another way. I didn't want to betray them or dishonor their memory. But I have a family here, too. A family that sees the wider world and is willing to show me how blinkered I'd become. As archers, we train our eyes and minds to be unforgiving, to defy any attempt at concealment and discern the naked truth. It's little wonder then that I've neglected to look inside myself until now. Though unquestionably worthwhile, I found the experience rather excruciating. Like all those arrows you put into me. Ow! Ahem. Thank you, Dekumon. I know now that I belong at the guild, together with you and Lucienne. And yes, even that bloody Wildwood. God's help me, I think I might actually miss him.
Oh dear. Well, I have a sneaking suspicion of how the last quest is going to go. It's going to be us tracking down Sylvar and dealing with that lovely black cat.
Welcome home, Dekumon. You need not say a word. One look at Leah's eyes was enough. Thank you for returning her to us. When we focus on a single goal and pursue it with passion and fervor, it becomes easy to lose sight of what else lies before us. With your skill and vision, Dekumon, you can help your fellow archers to look beyond themselves and remember their comrades. I hope I can count on your support in the future.
Well, you're gonna need it because we got one last quest to deal with today. The one that got away. Oh, he's still here. I figured he'd have already left.
Oh, thank the gods you've come, Dekumon. Perhaps you can talk some sense into this stubborn fool. Calm yourself, Sever. At least let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder for... There is no time, Lucienne. Power will be long gone before their forces had even assembled. Alone, I can move more swiftly, take these poachers by surprise, and force them to divulge her location. We understand how you feel, Sever, but this is too reckless. At least permit Dekumon and me to accompany you. You? The adventurer and the savage? You cannot understand. Sylvain. But I do understand. I know what it means to take pride in your home, to want more than anything to protect it, and to be consumed by guilt when you cannot. I see what you're going through, Sylvain, and I understand. This guilt taught me to open my eyes and see clearly. I beg you, Sylvain, open yours. You have friends here, ready to fight. You have us. I have never considered you my friends. Do not follow me. That goes double for you. Well, his lying certainly hasn't improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting involved, he's an even bigger fool than I had imagined. Come, Dekumon, to the South Shroud.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Well, to no one's surprise, the level 30 quest has a duty calls. Huh, I half expected to be able to see the others.
Well, this is unfortunate.
Good thing we got here just in time.
Sylvain! Leah? Dekumon? I told you not to follow me. I neither need nor want. Oh, don't take me for a fool. You can't conceal the truth from this archer's eye. Dekumon, the others are almost upon us. We must make our stand here and protect Sylvain.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Hang on. AoEs! Fire off the AoEs! We good now? God dang it, there's more of y'all. That was a weird skill. I don't remember. Was that one must be one that got replaced at some point. Right, yeah, because they needed a precursor to Shadow Bite. That's what it was. Oh, there are a lot of y'all around here. Quite a lot. Oh, you even think a gaze attack will help you? That's cute. What a healer. I did not see you there. Not like you lasted long. That it? That's it? Okay, easy enough.
I told you I do not need nor want your assistance. Quite why you have deluded yourselves into thinking... one who's deluded, thinking you could deceive us, when even a blind rat could see that you cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. Observe with intent, overlooking not the smallest detail. Discern your subject's unique characteristics and recognize patterns in their behavior. I learned these things from Lucian, and from you. And I'll be damned if I'm going to watch you get yourself killed. There's still so much I don't know about Gridania and Wildwood archery, so much that I need you to teach me.
I suppose fixing your form is the least I could do.
Why, you...
Power's gang is already on the move. We have but one chance to catch them. Poachers throughout the 12s would use bone whistles like this one to communicate. With it, I believe we can lure Power out of hiding, assuming she has not already moved on.
Oh, so that's why you came to take us, Rot, for this gang's whistle.
Dekumon, if you are determined to help me, I have a task for you. Power was last seen near Isamha. To the east of the camp, through a hollow tree trunk, is a clearing where 2 streams meet, and Efsa want to congregate. We will lay our trap there, and you will be the bait. Do not fear, Dekumon. I swear on my honor as a Gridanian archer that no harm will come to you. Oh joy. Oh my goodness. This quest has 2 duties called. Wow. Of course, it's also right in the middle of a fate, but that hardly matters once this starts. And I'm surrounded. Where is she? Oh, there you are.
Oh, bollocks. I knew I should have trusted Miqo'te.
Oh. Look at you two causing trouble.
Some blokes just can't take a hint.
I do hope you will forgive my forwardness, madame.
No, sir. 'Tis most flattering. Wouldn't you agree, sisters? Why don't we show our gallant Wildwood admirer and his mates just how much we appreciate their attention? I hope you like it rough, darling.
Oh, this should be fun. We have an honest-to-goodness bandit to deal with. I don't see any healers, which is good. Just a lot of AoEs to fire off. Alright, that takes care of all the small fry. Now for the big one. Oh, never mind. More small fry incoming. And more small fry outgoing. Sometimes it's just that easy, you know? She's got a lot of health, though. Whole lot of health, holy crap. Lovely. And I don't have headshot on my bar as an archer. That's my fault. Oh, I forgot. I have wind bite at this level, don't I? There we go. Double dot. Chili? Oiled arrows? Oh, I see. We're doing this. She's got flaming arrows. That's cute. Won't help you much, but it's cute nonetheless. Alright, easy enough to lure these away from the rest of the group. And that should just about do it. One more straight shot. No, don't even get the straight shot off. There. Power Mujuk in the bag. Oh, God dang it, lady. Now where'd she get off to? And look at me acting the bait again. And I thought you only had eyes for me, lady. Oh, right in the arse. That is a hell of a fall. I am amazed she lived through that. That was a heck of a fall there. Are we done now?
I can't. I won't. Blech.
Well, got everything done here. Both of our little crew are back in the freaking guild where they belong. We got our bandit. All in all, good day.
I am relieved to see you again, Dekumon. Had the three of you not been knighted in your purpose, Bahamut would still be free, and one or more of you would surely be dead. I am so proud of you, Dekumon. Not only have you mastered our teachings, but you have also helped your guildmates regain the perspective that they had lost. For showing such compassion to your peers, I wish to teach you a new technique, Wind Bite. With Wind Bite, you can bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponents, as they will suffer on long after you have knocked your next arrow. It will serve you well in battle, I'm certain.
Oh, it did, trust me.
Wait, did? You already know it? All archers walk the same path, Dekumon, towards improvement and discovery. As long as you have the vision to see the path ahead, you will continue to mature and excel. Yet we all grow weary and lose our direction in time. When this befalls you, I have no doubt that you will find your way back to us. Trust in your eyes, Dekumon. They will never lead you astray.
And with that, the archer quests are complete, and we can pick up the bard quests. Just not today. After all, this one's already running rather long. I think these class quest sets are really long compared to the job quests. The job quests are just rather short, at least the early ones are. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean job listings, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.